him.
I want to watch the news.
Are you making headway at least?
This is the news.
Schmack-a-macabre, it's time for the only news that matters. And Brian May admitted that he never liked Under Pressure, Queen's 1981 collaboration with David Bowie. But he didn't say anything at the time because he knew it would lead to a fight. The guitarist has previously discussed the track, telling UCR about the battle of wills between the musicians and outlining some tension between Bowie and Queen's bassist John Deacon. Said, I remember David reaching over to John and saying, no, don't do it like that. And John was like, excuse me? I'm the bass player, right? This is how I do it. But somebody had to take the helm. Somebody had to decide what you actually use. And that person was David Bowie. Because he just went, I'm doing it. Being David Bowie. And we went, oh, okay. You know, in a new interview with Guitar World, May went into more details of how Under Pressure had changed. It said, it was a pretty heavy backing track. It sounded like The Who. It sounded massively chord driven. And I was beaming. I remember saying to David, oh, it sounds like The Who, doesn't it? And David would say, yeah, well, it's not going to sound like The Who when I'm finished with it. You know, in a joking kind of way, but he didn't want it to be that way. And May decided not to keep pushing. You know, he said, I think it probably is the only time in my career I bowed out because I knew it was going to be a fight. So basically, it was Freddie and David fighting it out in the studio with the mix. And what happened in the mix was the most of that heavy guitar was lost. You know, I never liked the song, to be honest, the way it was mixed, but I do recognize that it works. It's a point of view, and it's done well, and people love it. You know, he confirmed that when he plays Under Pressure these days, it's delivered in a style that's quite a bit different, but from the release version. You know, he says it's a lot heavier, and I think it benefits from it, he said. David was awesome, was an awesome creative force, but you can't have too many awesome creative forces in the same room. It starts to get very difficult. You know, something has to give. All right, so there you go. You know, I used to not like Under Pressure when it was new because it was one of those early MTV videos. MTV didn't have many videos back then, and you know, they had a black and white collage of black and white movies and stuff to that song, Under Pressure. And for some reason, it just, you know, I just gave up on Queen with Hot Space, and after the game, I moved on, you know, and just like, I moved on from a lot of stuff I loved in the 70s when the metal came in, and Hot Space was not metal. And I don't think I even bought it or even heard it back then. But yeah, I have heard Under Pressure a lot in my youth, and I never liked it. Now that I'm older, I love it. I think it's an awesome song. Now, all you Queen nerds out there, I'm talking to you, Yo Alamo, and Pat Posey, who has a killer YouTube channel here, who are huge Queen fans. I'm asking both of you, and I'm also asking all you other Queen fans out there. Is there a recording that was released of Under Pressure? What Brian May's talking about, like a heavy version? I would love to hear that. I'm sure it doesn't have David Bowie's vocals on it, but I sure would love to hear that. Queen is a very special band to me. When I was a very young kid, not into music really, I bought some 45s back then, like the Sweet Little Willie I bought as a little kid, Benny the Jets from Elton John, and Killer Queen. And if memory serves me correct, the 45 I bought for Killer Queen had the cover was the album cover of Queen 2, which I believe Bohemian Rhapsody was. Yeah, I know Bohemian Rhapsody in the video made it look like Queen 2 in the beginning. But I love Queen. I'm a huge Queen fan. Unfortunately, I never got to see Queen. The only chance I had, I wasn't even going to concerts yet. In 1977, they played with Thin Lizzy on the Jailbreak Tour, News of the World Tour, the Hollywood Tour Tour. My God, would I have loved to see that. But at the time, when I was a little kid, I didn't care. I didn't even know. You know, I didn't know about concerts till, you know, Black Sabbath played there with Van Halen, same venue I wanted to go to. And plus, Elvis was big news. He played the Sportatorium months before he died. But I didn't see Queen with Paul Rogers, and I don't know. And then finally, with Adam Lambert, I got a free ticket. And I went to the show, and I got to say, I mean, Adam Lambert can sing. He's a good singer. It was just hard for me to stomach him on stage. I think his stage presence is pure cringe. It's Paul Stanley animalized cringe. And I can't stand it. You know, good voice or not, I don't like looking at the guy. And I never seen Brian May live or Roger Taylor, you know. And I never will see John Deacon. But that was my only chance. Got a free ticket. All right, cool. I'll get to see the great Brian May, one of my favorite guitar players. And it was a good show. I'm not saying it was a bad show. I just don't like this guy's stage presence at all. And that night, going on like about 30 minutes away from there, Mac Sabbath was playing, which is that Black Sabbath tribute band, but the band dresses up like McDonald's characters. And the Ned Flanders were opening, and I left Queen. I didn't stick around for the encores. I just left and went straight to the Mac Sabbath show. And boy, that was fun. That was a really fun show too. So yeah, that night I saw 2 shows. But yeah, Brian May doesn't like Under Pressure. I agreed with him back in the day, but I would love to hear the intended version, the heavy version. What do you all think? Do you like Under Pressure, or do you think it stinks? Leave it in the comments below what you think, and any of you Queen fanatics out there, if you know there is Under Pressure version with Brian May. I don't care about no cover song from a metal band. I'm talking about what Brian May was talking about with, you know, the Under Pressure heavy version, how he intended it. I would love to hear it, and I would love for you all to leave your comments below. And hey, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please do that too. I would really appreciate it, and ring that little notification bell. And hey, like the video. It's good for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty, listen to Black Sabbath, and smack 'em a gob.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. For we've received orders for to sail back to Boston. And so never more shall we see you again.